Welcome to Habitly Courses, a production of Manage to Win. Each course is divided into multiple lessons for easy viewing. All are now completely free, so you can watch them on your own or work through them as a team. Please subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and share your favorite lessons with others. Try to find something that helps you be your best. Welcome to Lesson 4, Meaningful Work. Everyone wants to do work that they feel is meaningful, that will make a difference. Although meaningful work is the second strand of three strands leadership, I believe it's the most important. It's at the core of everything that we do. Work that we find personally fulfilling inspires us to be our best. Therefore, as leaders, we have to engage employees individually in ways that are meaningful to them. Meaningful work is the second strand of three strands leadership. In this lesson, we consider the impact meaningful work has on us as leaders. We also discuss how to engage each member of our team in meaningful activities so they are self-motivated to be their best. People who are not enjoying their career give less effort and only stay with your company if you tolerate average to poor performance. It's up to us as leaders to connect their hearts to the results we need them to achieve. Previously, we talked about systematic power. The fact is, systems without meaning have no lasting value. In addition to having proper systems and processes, great leaders need to create a self-motivating work environment for their team that links career tasks to personal fulfillment. This is the most important motivator of all, the unique satisfaction each employee gains from achieving results that mean something personally to them. Meaningful work is the most important strand of three strands leadership simply because it is so powerful. When you connect yourself to a passion and then connect each employee to work that is personally fulfilling to them, it ignites a force of energy that drives your organization to new heights. Systematic power provides the structure to support the flow of resources and energy of your business engine. However, meaningful work fuels your ability to reach destinations on your map of desired outcomes individually, in groups, and as an overall organization. Without fuel, an engine can't run. But with a constant flow of the right fuel, your engine can consistently reach and surpass your goals. Let me give you an example. Patagonia is a well-known outdoor clothing company that focuses on sustainable goods. You may have heard of it or the South American region it's named after. It's interesting to note Patagonia didn't start as a clothing company. Back in the 1950s, Patagonia's founder, Yvon Chouinard, was a mountain climber who frequented the sandstone cliffs of Stony Point and eventually the high mountains of Wyoming, Canada, the Alps, and Yosemite. In those early days of climbing, the equipment was fairly new. Metal spikes called pitons were hammered into the rock face during a climb to act as an anchor and to protect against falls. In his passion for a better experience, Chouinard found he could forge better pitons than the soft iron ones regularly used at the time. After purchasing a forge from a junkyard in 1957, he taught himself how to blacksmith and created the first steel pitons. Eventually, his higher quality steel pitons saturated the market. Similar to many business people and entrepreneurs, Chouinard started his business because of his passion, and then it fueled his success. In the beginning, working out of the back of his car, profits were slim. However, by 1965, there was enough demand for Chouinard's gear that he was able to partner with an engineer named Tom Frost. By 1970, Chouinard Equipment had become the largest supplier of climbing hardware in America. Eventually, the company began producing clothing in addition to equipment. After some legal issues related to climbing safety, the company split in two. The climbing equipment business was purchased by a longtime partner and became Black Diamond Equipment, while the clothing business became Patagonia. Today, Patagonia is one of the most admired outdoor clothing companies in the world. Their success started with a founder's passion for the outdoors, and it continues today with a company culture committed to natural quality products inspired by a love for what their website refers to as, quote unquote, our one and only home. They even commit 1% of their total sales, or 10% of their profit, whichever's more, to environmental groups every year. Patagonia's story is a perfect example of meaningful work. It was founded on a passion for the outdoors and quality equipment, which is an excellent why that people so desperately crave in their careers. Today, this passion directly connects Patagonia's leadership and employees to the earth and those who appreciate it. Patagonia is a perfect example of how a company culture can be connected to meaningful work. Employees are inspired because their organization simultaneously values adventure and conservation, and they gladly serve people who are like-minded. So we as leaders need to figure out, how do I connect my people's passions with what we're doing as an organization? Because when that happens, they've got meaningful work, and then they'll be self-motivated to be their best. I often get asked, Dave, how can I motivate my employees? My response after decades of study and consulting is, you can't. The truth is, any motivational exercise program or manipulation has only momentary impact. The only way to have motivated employees is to create a workplace where they motivate themselves. If you love your work and you give it your best, isn't that what you're doing? The starting point for a self-motivating workplace is defining what I call your 4 company culture cornerstones: mission, vision, values, and accountability. All 4 of these are important, especially accountability. Company culture cornerstones establish equal standards and boundaries for all. They provide clear reinforcement on why we are in business, where we are going or growing as an organization, and how we work. Let's dive a little deeper into each one. The first cornerstone is your mission statement. It defines why you are in business, the reason your company exists, or the problem you solve. Your mission provides insight into the value your people are providing customers. And lastly, a mission statement is a rallying point for employees to work towards a common goal that's meaningful to each person individually. Here are some examples. Patagonia: build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Zappos: more business-oriented, to provide the best customer service possible, deliver wow through service. And then Toyota: to attract and attain customers with high-valued products and services and the most satisfying ownership experience in America. The second cornerstone is your vision. This is where your company is going or growing. It is a picture of the positive impact your organization can have on others in the future as your products and/or services touch the lives of more and more people. A brief, well-written vision can inspire people to embrace a huge goal you haven't achieved yet, but are working towards. It can connect people who have similar interests outside your organization to the core of your entity's spirit as well. For instance, one anti-poverty organization has a vision to eliminate poverty in the world. It's a noble quest, but not one that's realistic. It's never going to happen. Yet that vision works because it inspires others to help people who want to emerge from poverty and begin a new life that is more sustainable and healthy. The third cornerstone is values. This is how you do business. Values provide clear standards and boundaries for everyone's behavior and decision-making. The same for all, no exceptions. Values define the excellence your people strive for every moment of every day. Over the past 12 years at Manage to Win, we have reduced our core values from 10 to 3. Then we define the key behaviors for each value. This helps our people have a deeper understanding of how to live each value out daily. Often the values I help clients develop are defined in a similar format. Most of our clients today settle on 3 to 5 core values with 4 to 5 behavioral statements per value. However, there's variations, and it's up to you. The most important cornerstone is the one missing from most companies: accountability. Without accountability, your mission, vision, and values are worthless. Here are some simple ways to live out your cornerstones. First, as leaders, you can say things like, well, since one of our values is X, we're going to do Y. This shows people how you're making decisions based on your company culture cornerstones. You can also reverse the situation. Occasionally, when employees come to you with a question, you can respond respectfully by asking something like, well, based on our cultural cornerstones, what do you think we should do? This teaches them to make good decisions on their own when you're not around based on your cornerstones. You should also do group exercises where each person shares how they've demonstrated one of your cornerstones. Or you can survey employees asking how others have lived out your cornerstones to give them feedback. You should also provide written feedback on how well your people are role models for your cornerstones in their annual performance reviews. There are a lot of other aspects to meaningful work, but the main focus is connection. I want to connect people's efforts and results to something that they want to achieve in life. A common definition of purpose, connected to each person's strengths, keeps everyone moving in the same direction with similar passion and commitment. I want to emphasize, don't underestimate the power of meaningful work. People who believe in your cause will go through hell with you, and then afterwards, thank you for the experience. Make meaningful work a focus in all you do. Then watch how passionately your people will take responsibility for your organization's progress. In Lesson 5, we'll cover the third and final strand of 3 strands leadership, sincere gratitude. But first, please take the exam for this lesson. Next, consider where you can define and live out meaningful work in your organization. What are you incredibly passionate about? How can you better connect your organization or team to that passion or destination? Define the steps you need to take to connect each person's passion to your company culture cornerstones and make it a priority in your schedule every day, every week, every month. And along the way, proceed to the next lesson on sincere gratitude, the third strand of 3 strands leadership that basically holds it all together.